Most people don't actually want to build. They want to be seen building. They want the applause at the start, the validation at the idea, the compliments for a direction they haven't even committed to yet. We've confused motion with momentum. We've confused performance with process. We've turned execution into entertainment. And because of that, most people burn out before they've even built the foundation. No lines provided in the outline. Every day someone starts something, in public, a plan, a promise, a caption, an announcement, but they don't finish, because they never actually started. Not internally, they just shared. They opened the door to everyone's opinions, before they even locked in their own conviction. And that's the trap. We speak too early, we post too fast, we expose too much of the process, and lose the intimacy required to see it through. Silence isn't weakness, it's a tool. It's where confidence is forged, where clarity is protected, where growth happens without the weight of outside eyes. Transformation in the dark. When you keep something to yourself, you get to feel it fully. You get to adjust without judgment. You get to explore it without expectation. The world praises transparency, but transformation, that often happens in the dark. Think of a seed, buried, unseen, uncelebrated, but growing. Not because it was posted, not because it was praised, but because it was watered, consistently, quietly, faithfully. The essence of true growth. You are that seed, and every day you choose discipline over distraction, focus over attention, work over performance, you grow. Even if no one claps, even if no one sees it, even if no one understands. Growth isn't always visible, but it's always building something. The richest people I know don't talk, they move. They don't post motivational quotes, they post real numbers. They don't spend energy convincing, they spend it compounding. The path to building empires is paved with resilience, strategy, and relentless effort. It's not about the loudest voice, but the most consistent actions. Every small step, every minor adjustment, contributes to the grand vision. Remember, empires aren't built overnight, they're constructed brick by brick, moment by moment. While others share their journey, they are walking it, quietly, relentlessly, with eyes locked on the outcome. The question is not what's your goal, it's what are you doing about it when no one's watching? Because that's who you are, not the profile, not the pitch, not the potential, but the decisions you repeat when it's just you and your standards. The essence of becoming. That's the version of you that builds empires, that writes a new story, that changes everything without needing to announce it. You don't need to prove anything, you need to become something. And becoming is a private process. No stage, no claps, just silence and self-respect. You can't speak your way to power, you can only build your way there. And that happens when you stop asking, do they see me? And start asking, did I show up today? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, start again, in silence. Most people don't lack talent, they lack tolerance. Tolerance for silence, for repetition, for not being seen, for not being celebrated. They crave the spotlight, but haven't built the weight to stand in it. The most powerful people I've ever met don't introduce themselves. They walk in with results, and results speak. They don't chase trends, they study patterns. They don't talk about routines, they live them. They don't need followers because they've already built what others still dream about. Silence is their weapon, discipline is their advantage, and consistency is their amplifier. They don't explode out of nowhere, they rise from relentless repetition, quiet effort, private sacrifice, daily decisions stacked for years. You see the win, but you didn't see the winter. The season of no praise, no likes, no reassurance, only choices, only sweat, only silence. That's where the foundation was laid, and that's why the house stands firm today. Everyone wants the life, but not the structure that sustains it. Everyone wants results, but not the silence that requires you to trust without applause. But here's the truth. If you only move when someone's watching, you're not building, you're performing. And performers burn out, but builders, they last. The difference between them? Builders move through doubt. They show up on the days it's heavy. They don't wait for motivation. They follow routine. Their wins are private, their breakthroughs unposted but undeniable. And one day, when the foundation is strong enough, the world notices. Not because you told them, but because the impact became too loud to ignore. So today, move. Not for the feed, not for the praise, but for the future you're building. Don't rehearse the caption, review your calendar, don't share your thoughts, show your habits. Because in the end, your silence won't hide you, it'll elevate you. And when they finally ask how you did it, you'll look at them with a calm heart and say the 3 words that only the disciplined truly understand. I never stopped. Not when it was hard, not when it was slow, not when no one clapped, not even when I doubted. I just kept building, silently, relentlessly, faithfully. The strategy was never noise, it was always consistency. The power was never in what I posted, it was in what I repeated, and now that you see it, I don't have to say a word.